Come in.
How you doing today?
Hey, Gray, how are you?
Good. I'm Brandon with Ball State.
Randy Stoops, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Can I go ahead and take a seat?
Absolutely, sit on down there. Sure.
So how you doing today?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
Good. I've drove by a few times and seen all the construction going on outside. What's going on there?
It's practically a brand new dealership coming in. Got to stay up to code with them.
Yeah.
So.
When are you looking to be done with all that?
Oh, it's going to take a little while.
Take a little while.
Yeah. The showroom's going to be done first, but it's going to take a little while on everything else, from the maintenance area and the shop and all that. So.
Oh, that's good. It's going good though.
It's going well. Going well.
Yeah, it looks great in here so far. So.
Well, good. Well,
hoping the final product will be better.
Sell a few more cars. We'll put a few more panels up. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just a little information about you. How'd you get to this position?
Well, Stoops is in the name, so.
Right.
No, it started at a couple dealerships back in the early 80s, and worked my way up from sales manager, and had an opportunity with my brother to take over a dealership in the late 80s, and been doing this ever since.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I assume you're in the position to make all the decisions around here?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
I'm just going to go ahead and ask you a couple questions, get to know a little bit more about your company, and see if there's anything I can do to help you.
Well, tell me a little bit about yourself first.
Well, I'm with Ball State University, Assistant Director of Corporate Sales. So just coming around and kind of seeing if I can help you out with anything as far as advertisement needs, and seeing if I can get more customers in here for you to sell those more cars so you can hopefully expand.
Absolutely, I like the sound of it.
Yeah. What kind of advertisement do you currently use right now?
Well, we're practically all over the board. From billboards, we're big on. We're huge in newspaper. We're there a lot. Internet has really picked up for us the last couple of years. Radio, TV, you name it, we're all over the place.
Right.
So.
Do you see one of those forms of advertisement work better than any of the others?
You know, I think it's hard to judge. I think the strategy in our business is to be everywhere.
Right.
Instead of just focusing on one area and being heavy in that, I think it's key that we're all over the place, because you never know where you're going to reach someone or when someone's in need for their car. So, best to be everywhere.
And is it hard for you to get to expand everywhere and to have all of that area covered?
Yeah, because advertising is expensive, so you got to be smart about what we do. But we're big on supporting our local programs too, and I know Ball State's a very big part of Muncie, and really appreciate them being here. So.
Right. Do you have do you see any of your advertisement? Do you happen to know when one of those advertisements fail? Say like a billboard or something.
It's a good question. I think the more specific you get on things, the greater the chance of that failing. Right. So try to be more vague, I would say, and that's kind of our strategy. Is just we just want to be top of mind when everyone drives. So we want to make sure that when they're thinking of their next car purchase or their next service for their vehicle, we want to think of Stoops.
Okay. All right. So I guess I'd say, do you have an advertising strategy that has not brought as much back to Stoops as you would have liked?
Certainly you could point out, I guess, if you look at some of the money that we've put into maybe some high school programs, but it's more about not necessarily having the result from that program, but having the involvement, wanting the parents seeing our names, supporting their kids. We feel that's a big strategy.
All right, so you like to have the involvement and just have your name out there and everybody.
Absolutely.
And I know you mentioned you have a broad scale of advertisement program. Do you know how many people see your advertisements, say, in a given week or month, anything like that?
I normally leave that up to my reps to tell me that. So I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but I typically can get that information.
Okay. All right, and then if I were to say that I could, broaden that even more and have more people have your name, in their heads when they are looking at certain things, and they can see that your name, and they could possibly go to you next time they have service.
Certainly, that's intriguing. Yeah. And without you knowing my numbers, it's going to be hard to make that promise.
There's something I can do for you there.
Well, I like the idea of working with Ball State. So, like I said, if there's something that can work out for you and for me, I'm interested in looking at that.
Right. So I gathered some information. I'm going to just tell you a little bit about what we can offer you.
Okay.
I'll start off with, basically our athletics program. So through our Ball State Athletics, we have 19 sports, more than 400 student athletes. So that's pretty decent size program right there. We're in the Mid-American Conference West, so we have a total of 13 teams, so we have a lot of 13 teams and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly through football and basketball, women's basketball, men's basketball, and football.
Okay.
We have three, I guess, major types of advertisement that we offer through our signage, our radio programs, and like I know you mentioned earlier, internet's a big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
We do have internet as well. I'll show you a little bit of just what we have here. This is our Schumann Stadium advertisements. Which Schumann Stadium can hold up to 22,500 people during one game. So just kind of they're pretty much anywhere you can, I guess, look. Up at the scoreboard we have a few, and I mean down on the sidelines and everything like that.
Okay.
So that's just one of our signage. And our next one would be our Worthen Arena signage.
Mm-hmm.
We have just like on the other one, it's by the scoreboard and down by the court. We actually just got a new sign in. It's digital board.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it basically it'll change advertisements throughout the half just to kind of bring up your name and everything, so people can look at that. And Worthen Arena actually seats 11,500 people during the game, so that's their max out right there.
Okay. How are we doing on attendance?
You know, it's been bad. It's been good. I know the football team, it's been kind of low the last couple of years, just because I know in 2008 there was a great season. They went undefeated and everything like that.
Remember that?
The last couple of years, it's been a little lower. But I know this year with our football team going, I believe 9-3, close to that. The attendance has been a lot better, and there's been a lot more students and more people coming out to support us, just because I guess we're doing better, which is kind of. I mean, it goes both ways. You have to play good to have good attendance, I guess, like that.
So are you saying I should look more into football, or is there something overall that I should look at? Well,
right now, basically, football season's over.
Mm-hmm.
So if basketball season's coming up right now, we do have a good schedule. We play a lot of good teams.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and basketball is really popular with the students. A lot of students go on the Saturdays and everything like that, so there's going to be a lot of students there. And then as far as the alumni too, a lot of the alumni like to go to the basketball games just to, support Ball State.
Okay.
And I have a number right here. As far as the alumni go, we have 185,000 alumni, and 63% of those alumni still live in Indiana.
Okay.
So a lot of them like to support Ball State, and as far as counties go, there's about 30,000 of them that live around this area that can make the trip down to a game and look at that. So if you're wanting, even with Stoops, just to try to get people from around the area to come and get that car, there's still people coming around to the area to go to the Ball State game that would see that advertisement and obviously be recommended to your car dealership.
Certainly. Knowing that not all those alums attend every game, what's probably my best way of reaching that group?
Yeah, actually, our second form I was talking about is radio.
Okay.
We work with two radio stations, WLBC and 104.9, and those broadcast out to. I mean, here's our map right here. We have a little map of how far they broadcast out, and that's a big deal when you're looking at alumni too. They want to, if they can't make it to the game, they want to obviously hear it.
Sure. And
this is a big deal when it comes to that, so they can still tune in and get all the game coverage, and they'll mention Stoops a few times throughout throughout the commercials and during the game and everything like that. So you're still getting your name out there with the alumni that can't make it to the game, which is a big part of that too, because the alumni are going to be the older people that are not students and maybe looking to purchase a car more seriously than students would be.
Okay.
And then I know you mentioned internet as being another big part of what you do. We offer internet advertisement. Basically right here shows a lot, like with the football team right here, it has advertisements when you're looking at season leaders and everything. You can see advertisements down there.
Okay.
Stoops would be down there as one of the boxes you'd probably first see. I mean, anybody that wants to go look in there has Stoops in the back of their mind, basically.
Gotcha. Now, they click here, will it take them to my site?
Yeah, we can do that for you.
Okay.
We can definitely set up a link to that site.
Okay.
And they can look at the cars and everything like that. So.
Yeah, because I want to make sure that I want them to see my name, but if I can get them to actually thinking about looking at stuff on my site, that's big. Okay.
And then, I mean, there's a couple other things, just internet and other deals we do offer with our programs for our football games and basketball games. So you can get a little bit of advertisement in there, just along by the scorecards and everything like that.
Okay.
And we do offer special opportunities if you want to set up like a special event. We can work with you on that too.
Okay. Can I put a car on the field?
I'd have to check, but
Okay.
it'd be something that would be worth looking into.
Okay.
I'm not sure about the rules about putting stuff or cars on the field or anything like that, but
Okay.
I'll definitely check into it for you.
All right. For you watching, the answer is no, you can't. Anyway.
As far as all this advertisement goes, I know I mentioned a lot about the alumni and the students that are here locally. What would you say if between the attendance for games and the radio broadcast reaching out to potential customers, I could have your name be seen by all those alumni and then the current students? Would that be something you'd be interested in?
Certainly do have an interest in and a passion for Bulls athletics, so I like what you've presented here. I'd be interested in seeing something more specific,
right,
and breaking it down to dollars, what this involvement would cost me, but initially you've got me interested in it.
Okay, sure. Do you have a time next week where we can meet up and I can have a package set up for you with a couple different deals I can work out with?
How about, let's see, next Thursday? Thursday morning, say 10 o'clock?
Okay, yeah, that would work fine with me.
Does that work for you?
And I'll be back and I'll have a couple different packages set up for you, and you can go through them and I'll show you a little more in detail.
Very good. Well, I'm anxious to see it.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks for your time. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Have a good day.
You too.